I quit sugar, dairy, and gluten for 30 days. That means no bread, pasta, milk, cheese, cookies, creamer, ice cream. But why would I do such a horrible, disgraceful thing? Well, I had to. Doctor's orders. The baby and I had been fighting thrush and I needed to restore my gut health. Apparently eating ice cream every day isn't advised by doctors for long-term health, but it is advised for short-term happiness, so you tell me which one is more important. So what exactly did I cut out? Well, I cut out all gluten, I cut out all dairy except for butter because I was allowed to have it in small amounts since it is low in lactose, so I did have the occasional pad of butter on my vegetables. And as for sugar, I cut it all out as well as honey, maple syrup, and even fruit, except I did eat berries. Berries are known for being lower in sugar, so I allowed myself to have 4 strawberries a day, but everything else, gone. So after doing this diet for 30 days, some of the changes I experienced were to be expected. Yes, I expected to be miserable and just slightly short-tempered for the first few days.
I'm hungry.
Oh, you're hungry? You're hungry. You don't know hungry! But some of the other changes I noticed were shocking and honestly life-changing. So buckle up because I have some exciting results to share. This would be a really good time for a cool intro, but I don't have one. So instead, here's a picture of the time my mom took our baby on a roller coaster. So starting this diet was very difficult for a few reasons. One being the withdrawal symptoms, headache, muscle aches, exhaustion. It was hard to even exist. And when you're a mom, existing is a full-time job with no vacation or sick time. I'm gonna have to talk to the boss about upgrading the benefits. Lord. On top of that, I had to cook a lot. When you're eating only whole foods, there's no shortcuts, and therefore dinner prep took half my night up. Usually I have dinner done by 5:30, but for the last month, meals haven't been cooked until closer to 7:30. And the worst part of that? The dishes. Oh my goodness, I thought dishes were bad before. No, that was the easy life. Now, you'd think I cooked dinner for 10 each night. Dishes were such a stressor this month that I actually called up a plumber to figure out how much a dishwasher would be, and he will be installing it after Christmas. Another challenge I faced was fighting my intense cravings for bananas. You know you're sugar deprived when you open up a banana for your child and sniff it for pleasure. Yeah, and it smelled wonderful. If only smelling things could be as enjoyable as tasting them. Another struggle was Halloween. The best part of Halloween is eating all of your kids' candy while they're in bed. But instead, I had to watch my husband eat all the candy while our son was sleeping. The holidays in general are difficult when you're limiting foods. I'd call it a form of torture to watch your family eat pie when you can't. The Romans should have used this as one of their methods. I believe it would have been very effective. So those were the biggest challenges. But the benefits far outweigh the disadvantages. And I have 4 things to share with you that have changed during this time, and one of them that has forever changed my life. Let's jump in. The first thing that changed was my weight, of course. State the obvious, of course you're gonna lose weight when you cut out basically every delicious food group. I lost 4 pounds and I would have lost more, but my doctor told me it was very important that I don't lose weight since I'm nursing and I need to keep my milk supply up. So I made sure to eat large portions of healthy carbs such as brown rice and quinoa to encourage production. At least my belly looks better now. I can now fit back into my pre-pregnancy jeans, and that feels amazing. Goodbye maternity clothes, hello my favorite pair of skinny jeans. And luckily my audience is mainly millennials, so skinny jeans are still in, according to us. So I will wear my skinny jeans, do the soldier boy, and maybe I'll teach you how to Dougie. The second thing that changed is my skin. Have you noticed anything? My skin has been looking significantly better. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you probably know that I struggle with acne. I always have, since 5th grade, and the only time I ever get a break from it is during pregnancy. But after I had a baby, my acne returned within a month. And while playing Connect the Dots is a fun game, I am happy to be rid of it. Yeah, I still get pimples sometimes, but only like 1 or 2 here and there, instead of my usual 10 or 20 everywhere. So it took about 3 weeks of doing this diet for my skin to clear, and I feel so much better. I have more confidence when I speak now, I feel better on camera, and I don't have to wear foundation all the time everywhere I go, which is such a relief. So it's been a well-enjoyed benefit. The third thing that changed during this time was my energy levels. Before this diet, I used to be tired all the time. I would wake up, eat a big bowl of Lucky Charms, and then by 10 a.m. I would feel like I needed a nap. And then I would repeat the habit the next day, and once again I'd be practically falling asleep mid-morning. That's not the way it should be. Food was meant to give you energy, not make you feel like you need to go to bed for the day. So about a week and a half later, after I was done with the withdrawal symptoms, I started to feel really good. I even stopped drinking my second cup of coffee because I didn't feel a need for it. And listen, I have a 3-month-old. I'm not supposed to have this much energy, but I do, and I'm making the most of it. And the fourth thing that changed and altered my life dramatically is how I feel inside. I've struggled with anxiety my whole life. I remember when I was just 10 years old. I went to school with a cold, and I had a lot of phlegm built up in my throat. I was so afraid of clearing my throat in front of the class that I would get a bathroom pass just to do so. And if I couldn't get a bathroom pass, then I would just let it sit to the point where I couldn't even make out a word because my throat was so full of mucus. There were many other similar situations growing up, but as an adult, anxiety still affects me every day. I often feel like I can't breathe when a stressful situation arises. I feel like my heart is beating in my throat and my vision sometimes gets blurry. And these feelings have become a daily occurrence even over small stressors such as getting the kids to bed. And that is why this diet has been so life-changing for me. It has taken 80% of my anxiety away. I still get the feeling like my heart's beating in my throat, but it's no longer every day, multiple times a day. Now it only happens about once or twice a week, and I feel free, like I can finally breathe again. I have no idea why sugar, dairy, or gluten, whichever it is, makes me feel like this, but it's not a way I want to feel. I don't want to live my life in constant angst. I don't want my brain to think I'm getting chased by a lion when I'm just putting the kids to bed. So I decided to change this from a diet to a lifestyle. I'm going to continue to eat whole foods. I'm definitely going to allow myself all the fruits because I don't think there's anything wrong with eating fruit. But if eating processed sugars, dairy, and wheat are the reason I'm so anxious, then I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I finally feel okay and I'm happy about it. I will still enjoy an ice cream on my birthday and a piece of pie at Christmas. And I'll continue my ongoing joke about the gloriousness of ice cream here on my channel and probably make some kind of weird healthy version of it. But other than that, I'm ready to live my life feeling healthy, full of energy, free of acne, and free from anxiety. Did you know that before I started this diet, I quit sugar for a week? Yeah, I know, it's not very impressive, but I did make a video about it. So click here to watch so you can be totally unimpressed, and I will see you in 2 seconds.